Well, it's time for the mid-June 2024 summer tub updates. Today is Sunday, June 16th, 2024. So as you can see, plants are coming in on the tubs pretty well. It's been an odd day. We've had a cold snap in the last couple days. It's going to continue into early next week. But then it's going to heat up and we'll be above average temps, but it's oddly cold. Today's the highs in the low 60s, which I'm not even sure if we even hit that yet. And the low, I think it's either tonight or tomorrow night, it's supposed to be 40, which is kind of crazy. Actually, last night the low was 40. So Skiffia tub, it's doing good. As you can see, the plants are really starting to come in on their own. I'm happy. I'm not seeing a ton of algae, which of course, now that I say that, it's probably going to have a massive algae explosion. But this is the best watercress plant so far. It's really going to town. Because it's cold today, just in general, we're not going to see any of the fish because they tend to hide out when it's cold like this. But I have seen the Skiffia actually are pretty visible in this tub. The juveniles tend to run around. Should also note, you can see the seed heads from where the flowers were on the marsh marigolds. I've actually been collecting some of those. But you can see they're starting to open up and they are full of seeds. I don't know if it's going to focus on that. But yeah. Okay, gold Medaka tub. Have not seen any fry yet. Hoping here at some point this water celery, that I'm going to be able to move it down here, but it needs to grow out a bit more. The bee balms, for a plant that supposedly does well in wet soils, bee balms have been doing absolutely terrible. So probably not doing those again next year. But this calla lily is doing okay. But yeah, hoping in the next couple weeks to see fry in all these Medaka tubs. So I had been talking before about having a secret project of new fish coming in. Well, they came in this last week. They got delayed a week. But they're in now, and I put most of them in this tub. And hopefully they did okay, because when I put them in, I didn't realize that we were going to have a big cold snap that was going to potentially cause some issues. But they are Aphanius sirhani, the Azraq Oasis locality, which is actually the only locality because they're endemic to one wetland in Jordan. But yeah, I've put a trio in here. I had another pair that I had inside, but the female inside died, which makes me concerned about how these guys are doing. But hopefully they're doing okay. Once later this next week, when the weather warms up again, I'm going to take the inside male sirhani male, Department C of Redundancy Department. Gonna take him and put him out here, and then hopefully the trio that I put out is doing okay. Haven't seen them today, but that's not saying anything because I haven't really seen hardly any fish today. Satan Medakas. Every once in a while I see, a flash of one, but they are hiding away and they're not easy to see. So again, just waiting to start seeing fry from these guys. Gold barb tub is an algae pit. I'm not cleaning the algae out right now because I'm hoping that maybe it'll serve as fry cover, but I don't have high hopes for actually getting fry from this tub. Next year it'll be used for something else. And this marigold mint, which I did not realize. I thought it was a mint that they called a marigold because, the flowers were orange. Actually, it's a marigold that apparently tastes like a mint. It's the same genus as marigolds, not as mints. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, I mean, you can see plants are doing really well, especially this creeping jenny, and this umbrella grass is putting out new shoots, which is great. So this the Valencia tub, just in the last week developed a bunch of algae, but otherwise, doing good. This gallium, the sweet woodruff, is doing really well, so I'm gonna probably at least keep some of this over the winter and then use it next year. But yeah, I've seen was it last week I saw some of the Valencia darting around in the tub, so I'm pretty hopeful that we're gonna get more Valencia fry this year. Over to the turtle tub. Actually, first, I don't know if you heard that, but there's a fish that went. I put out the Pasilia chica finally in this tub, and I was worried that the cold temps were going to affect them negatively, but evidently not, because today I've heard them splash in the tub multiple times and saw a few very briefly. So, yeah, Pasilia chica are out, and hoping to get some offspring from them this year. Turtle tub. Medacas that are in here are doing good. Oh, I think you can actually see the turtle way down at the bottom there. That is Geo, the European pond turtle. Let me see if I can maybe, yeah, hold this so you can actually see it without the reflection of the sky. So that's Geo, the European pond turtle. Got her in 2022. She was a hatchling that year, so she's what? This is her third year. Yeah, she's about 4 inches long, so somewhere between 2/3 and half grown. Um, Very interesting animal. I like her quite a bit. I will be getting another turtle next year. We'll see what kind. Oh, there she's on the move. But yeah, she's interesting. I think this is the first time we've been able to actually see her on video. But yeah, she's an interesting turtle. She likes to hang out at the bottom quite a bit. So every once in a while when I go out, she must be basking on the basking site because I hear her jump in the water. But otherwise, she likes to hang out on the bottom. And sometimes I see her crawling on this submerged piece of driftwood. So yeah, but things have been going good. Still got those Medacas in here, which is the male Yangife that is heterozygous for Hikari. Actually, he's right there. If you can see him right up by the edge there. So that's that male Yangife. And then you see right next to him are those females that are the Orange Blossom and Mayuki cross. And the interesting thing, now that they're out in the sun, they're dark. Some of them had some dark markings on them because that Orange Blossom is kind of a maculated variety. They're not orange, but they have like blackish markings on them. So I'm very interested to see what I'm going to get out of this cross between these fish. But yeah, I don't know if you can see right next to the male there is a female, and then another female a bit behind him. Yeah, I think from this angle you can see them. So yeah, excited for that Medaka cross and see how it goes. Yeah, moving over back to the main rack of tubs. So this, which I'd said was another secret project, with the sirhani I was getting, the Aphanius sirhani I was getting Cyprinodon alvarezi eggs, and they did come in, but they must have had a rough ride in transit because they pretty much all died after getting here, which is a shame, especially with how much I paid for them. But what can you do? That's what happens when you deal in eggs. I don't like normally to buy eggs, but for some species, like the Alvarez, I've only ever seen one guy listing them, and only as eggs, never as adults. So this is the my Yangife Hikari and Mayuki cross, and I don't know if you can see back under that pot with the chive in it. The male and the female are both still in there, still doing well. I saw one egg in here the other day. Looking right now, seeing if I can see more, and not any obvious ones. But yeah, I'm hoping we'll get some offspring of them that we can work with for next year to try to get towards a white Hikari. Aphanius mento tub. Really haven't seen any of the fish since I put them in. Obviously, it is a total algae pit, but that's with Aphanius, that's kind of what you want. So yeah, I'm thinking the algae should start clearing out here pretty soon, especially with all these water lettuce that I've thrown in, because they tend to outcompete the algae. And then, as you can see, well, we've got a beautiful silver cat coming here to mess around in the water and probably eat algae like she likes to. But the thalia is throwing out new spikes and new leaves. That thalia is actually doing really well. My Yuki tub seems to be doing good. The Acorus, the sweet flag, is obviously growing pretty quick, and I just saw my Yuki dart around. I don't know if I caught it on camera, but yeah, my Yukis are in here again, like all the other Madakas, hoping to see offspring in the next few weeks. Here is my the Yangife Hekaris, and actually right here, that looks like the male and one of the females hanging out. So yeah, again,